to Cooking with Class. My name is Chef Gooch. Today we got a real special treat for you. I've got 4 of the 5 members of a team that just competed at the largest culinary competition in Texas high school, and that's called the Texas ProStart Invitational. So they were there in Waco competing this last weekend. They're going to prepare for you one of the 3 dishes that they had to prepare at the competition. And that's going to be a bunch of fun stuff. We've got some really nice center cut pork chops. We're going to grill those. What's the technique called?
Hard sear?
Reverse.
Reverse sear.
Yeah, Johnny's going to reverse sear them. We did a lot of recipe testing, found out that got the juiciest pork chop. And then going with that, we've got a sauce made from chicken stock and maple syrup called a maple peppercorn glossier. And then we've got a warm salad to go with it. That's shaved Brussels sprouts, fennel, shallot with a lemon vinaigrette. And then last, we've got a potato rosti, which is great with dinner or at breakfast. It's really fun. So let's get started. Johnny, go ahead and show us how we start the pork chops.
So with the pork chops, we're gonna have to
Dry them off.
we're gonna want to dry them off.
And then season them. It's best to be on a rack. You can dry them off straight right there, that's fine. Best to put them on a rack, like a little baking rack. And then we're gonna pop them in a low oven. What temp do we use at the competition?
240.
250, 225 to 250 is fine. We get them nice and dry. It's gonna help get that good, nice crust on the outside.
How many will we do?
We can do all 4.
Okay.
Yeah. You guys look hungry. All right, I wouldn't put a lot of peppercorns on them. I would just do salt. It'll help dry out some of the moisture, but we'll get that good crust. It doesn't take real long in the oven, maybe, and it depends on the thickness of your cut. We're looking to pull them out around 115, 120 degrees internal. Go ahead and season them pretty good. And then if you'll go get those in the oven, Johnny. If you want, you can season both sides. I wouldn't put very much pepper. Yeah, that pepper's kind of big, so it might burn on that skillet we're cooking. Yeah, just keep it nice and easy. We can always add more seasoning when we start cooking it. All right, oven over there. Thank you, sir. All right, up next, we're gonna start the sauce for this pork chop. A lot of people like something sweet with a pork chop. You always see apples and applesauce and all kinds of stuff. This is a really fun recipe. Adrian's gonna make it. It's gonna be equal parts chicken stock and maple syrup. So go ahead, Adrian, get those in there. And a splash of soy sauce, like maybe a teaspoon to a tablespoon. And then we're gonna crack a bunch of peppercorns and add those to it. You guys wanna grab, you know what works best? Is just a pan, and you can, you've got a measuring cup. You can crush them underneath. Let's do more than that. Let's go ahead and do a full cup of both, because we're cooking all 4 pork chops. So, you know how to do it?
Just crush it.
Yeah, use the bottom of the pan.
What's that called?
There we go. Now we have some that's cracked right here, but these are a little bigger. They're gonna cook down, they're not gonna be too crunchy. Do a little bit more, about a tablespoon, Macy, go ahead. That's good, go for it. Crush away.
Wash my hands.
Yeah. There you go. Sometimes you gotta use like the rounded part. Okay, like that. There we go. One more, you should be good. Adrian's got our maple syrup and chicken stock going. And then just a little splash of that soy. Crush those last 4. We'll get those in there. All right, so after you get this sauce, everything in, you got the soy in there yet? Awesome. And then we'll just scrape all those peppercorns up, get them in the pot. You're gonna wanna let this reduce by half. So we did 1 cup and 1 cup. So once we get it down to only 1 cup of liquid, it should be nice and thick. Just watch it when it's on the heat. Because of that sugar in the syrup, it's gonna get real bubbly and like caramelized. If you aren't watching it, it's gonna burn and turn black. That definitely happened to us a couple of times. But Adrian, why don't you, if you step over there and watch that. If you come back and help us with the salad. All right, guys, we've got our sauce working. Pork chops are in the oven for that reverse sear. All right, next up, we're gonna start the potato roasty. This takes a little bit of time, and it does take some nice equipment. You wanna use a good cast iron skillet. We've got some smaller ones that are preheating over here. We're gonna start with 2 potatoes. We're gonna peel and then grate those into a bowl lined with a towel. And I'll show you why in a minute. So Grayson, get started on that. And then Macy, we need about half of an onion. Let's do like a small dice.
Small dice?
Yeah.
Like normal?
Yeah, just, look at that. Good claw grip. John, you want to grab a towel and get our pan ready for the roasty? It's pretty hot, so. And then, Grayson, go ahead and start grating this one, and I'll finish peeling that other one for you.
Where's the new grate? Hey, there it is.
There you go. Or Johnny can. I'll peel. Johnny's getting ready. So we're going to use the big side of a cheese grater, a box cheese grater.
Go with the butter in now. You want to wait?
Wait a sec, yeah. All right, so we've got some really simple ingredients for this potato roasty. We've got the potatoes and then just a little bit of onion. You can adjust that if you like. You can go up or down on the amount of onion, the amount of potatoes. You can make this in a really big skillet. You can do it in a small skillet. I made a really big one for home and then cut it into like wedges. It's very similar to a hash brown, just a little different. It's a little fancier. It's really fun. We've got a nice small, like 5-inch diameter cast iron skillet, and you want to start off with your heat on really low. Another ingredient that is kind of important is you want clarified butter. You can clarify butter yourself by melting it, and then when the solids rise to the top, you kind of skim them off. Those milk solids lower the smoke point of butter. So it ends up smoking and burning around 350 degrees. This is going to cook for a long time and pretty hot, so we want to make sure you're using clarified butter so that we don't burn it and it doesn't get all smoky on us. You guys are doing great. Onions look good. We don't need to worry about that butt, Macy. You can probably stop there. Yeah, that's great. Did you cut yourself grating also?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I can tell. All right, so we've got all this potato grated into a towel. And that's because we want to get rid of as much water as possible. So tie that off. Yeah, and then twist. Just twist, twist, twist. Get it all out. There we go. Keep going. Your hands are bigger than mine. I figured you could do this better than me.
Maybe.
It's pretty good. Yeah, I think that's great, Grayson. Look at that. All the starchy water, you can tell the starch on the bottom of the bowl. So now we're going to add this back to this bowl and then add our onion. Go ahead, Macy, add the onion. And then we'll add some salt as well. All right, Johnny's going to start this off. You guys will get your cutting boards clean and then just bring them right back, okay? And get the other dishes that we don't need. All right, Johnny's gonna start off. We're gonna mix this with our hands. We're gonna put some ghee, a good amount. Would you say like a tablespoon or two?
Yeah, about a tablespoon.
Tablespoon or two to start. There you go.
Go ahead and mix this.
And there's another way you can do it as well, where you put the potatoes in the beginning, then you put a layer of onions, and then you put more potatoes on top. And as this cooks, it really steams its way up and will soften those onions. But we found that we liked it mixed in a little bit more, right?
Yeah.
And that's probably enough for 2 that size, or 1, maybe not this pan, but like an 8-inch skillet. But yeah, let's go ahead, get them in there. Is that good?
It should be better now.
Yeah, and that could definitely make 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, we're not just gonna leave this in there. It also requires a little bit of work. What else do we need to do, Johnny?
For now, we just gotta grab an offset spatula and start poking at the edges.
What does that do?
It prevents it from sticking to the pan.
What else? Yeah, it helps it hold its shape. That's right. So it ends up having this nice uniform, like kind of round. It's not like a wild hash brown or anything. So you've got to do that a lot and just watch those little bits. That's probably good for now, yeah. We'll just keep going back and forth. Yeah, get all those little bits in there. Yeah, you just kind of go around the side. There we go. And it takes a while. This is going to take, what, 20 minutes to cook?
About,
like
yeah.
10 minutes per side? Awesome. Adrian brought me over the maple peppercorn glacé. You can see there that has reduced by half. It's still a little thin, but as it cools off, it's going to get thick, and it'll be really nice for the dish. Yeah, let's grab a spoon. We'll taste it real quick. Did you season it with any salt?
No.
Okay. Was that chicken stock? Did it have sodium?
I think it
Yeah, just a pinch. All right, thanks, sir. We'll set that aside and we'll bring it back in a minute. All right, next up we're gonna start our side salad going with the dish. And this is a warm salad. It's made with shaved Brussels sprouts. We've got some fennel, an apple pear, and then also a shallot. We want all of this to be cut really, really thin, as thin as possible. So let's start with the Brussels sprouts. I'll show you how to get them started. Well, that didn't work. There we go.
It only cuts.
So on these Brussels sprouts, any leaves that are ugly and gross, we're gonna throw those away. We'll cut the bottom off, cut them in half, and then they lay flat and it makes it a little bit safer to cut. And then you're gonna come in here with your knuckle and just cut them as thin as possible. We probably don't need all of those. Let's do
6 or 7?
Yeah, that right there looks good. Grayson, go ahead. So this fennel, there's a core on the inside that is not the best to eat. So we're gonna trim our outside off. We're gonna save these fronds because we're gonna use them to do a little garnishing. Set those right there. Same thing, we're gonna cut this in half, and I cut it into quarters, and you can see that core. And then we're gonna take that core out. So I just kind of put it at an angle and then take that core out like that, okay? Smells great. And then cut the bottom of the root off. That's trash. You can do the same thing. You can cut like just paper thin, right? Get it on the side right there. As thin as you can get it, okay? Okay. We probably need just a fourth of it for one salad. Rosti's looking good. You can see it starting to take shape. It's getting nice and round on the side. Listen for that sizzle, because if you let it, it's really easy to burn. You can't see that underside. And then the way we found to really test it to make sure that it was hot enough is you can put your fingers kind of on top. The backs of your fingers are a little more sensitive, and you can feel the steam coming through. You know that we're good. Last thing for the salad is gonna be a shallot. Let's go ahead and cut that up. Johnny, probably half of it. Shallots are nice because they already, they have that kind of flat side, so it makes them really easy to cut. So go ahead. We're gonna do similar, we're gonna do like a julienne. Real thin, like shaved cuts on everything. All right, go ahead and put it all in here, Macy. Okay, and then let's do the pear almost the same way that you just did. Cut it in quarters. Yep, cut it in a quarter, yep. Now you can peel it if you want, but we're gonna leave it on. All right, and then do the same thing, core it by cutting it at that angle to get the core of that apple pear out. Those are looking good. And we've also got the shallots coming along, long, thin slices. Perfect. While everyone's cutting, Adrian's gonna start on the sauce. This isn't a traditional vinaigrette. It's just gonna add some acidity and some brightness, which this dish needs because you've got the richness of the pork and the sweetness from the sauce. And so this little salad, we make a really nice warm vinaigrette that goes with it with some white wine vinegar, a lemon, and then some olive oil and some salad oil. All right, so go ahead. Let's do half of one lemon. We'll do the juice of half of a lemon. And then pull out any seeds that fall in there. We're gonna do about an equal amount of vinegar. You can use any vinegar. We used a sherry vinegar for our competition. We're using a white wine vinegar today. Because this is all gonna get tossed and cooked together, it doesn't have to emulsify completely like a regular vinaigrette. What's next, Adrian? A little olive oil?
A little olive oil.
Yeah, so while he's whisking, I'm gonna slowly drizzle in. I would keep the bowl flat on here, that way it doesn't get away from you. We'll do very little olive oil at a time, maybe a few tablespoons of olive oil. You don't want to make it completely with olive oil because it's just too strong of a flavor. We're going to use a more neutral oil to finish it. But how much oil were you putting in there before?
Around
A fourth of a cup, a half a cup?
fourth of a cup.
Fourth of a cup total? Yeah. And then are we gonna, what are we seasoning this with? Just salt?
Just salt.
And then we'll taste it. It's not really emulsified. There's nothing in there to help emulsify it like mustard or an egg yolk. Although you could add just a little squirt of Dijon mustard. It would help it kind of bind, but it's all gonna get cooked and so it's gonna be fine. Yeah, grab some tasting spoons, we'll taste it. While we're waiting on the shallots, we're gonna go ahead and season the Brussels sprouts. By adding a little salt to it now, it's going to draw out some of the moisture and it really helps the salad. All right, let's do one of those piles in here. Those are really good cuts, Johnny, nice and thin. So this is gonna make like a good solid like 2 salads. You could definitely increase all these ingredients if you're trying to feed 4. All right, let's get clean.
Can I shake it? See if it will slide around
Yeah.
just a bit.
That's a really good technique. You can give it a little bit of a shake to see if it's ready to flip. Once it kind of releases from the pan, that's a good sign. You can do it, go. You got it.
Kind of pushing it in.
You got it.
I could, yeah.
I would just, in your hand, and slide it back down in there. And some of it came up right there, and it definitely burned me, but it's all right. And then just push it back down in there. I think we need a touch more butter.
Yeah.
So we might drop a little more butter around the sides to help it out. But that's a great crust. That looks, can you hear it? Yeah. It looks good. Get off there, butter. All right, Adrian is gonna throw together this warm Brussels sprout salad. So we got a hot skillet and we just put it all in there and just start tossing it around. Let this cook for a little bit before we add some of that vinaigrette. Yeah, we're not looking to get a lot of color on this. We just want the greens to wilt a little bit break apart any big like chunks of Brussels sprouts that you see. We don't want any like caramelization on the onions or the sprouts. We're just getting it nice and warm. We were using a non-stick skillet, and then once you get it kind of warm, you won't need all of this vinaigrette. How much do you think? There we go.
You want me to go?
Looks good. Should we taste it? Almost, keep going. We seasoned the dressing. We seasoned those Brussels sprouts as well. So make sure you taste it before. I wouldn't add any more salt. I think it's good. All right, I think we're good. Let's go set that aside. Keep it warm until we're ready to plate. All right, our rosti is finished. The salad just got finished. The sauce is finished. We're gonna fire up these pork chops. Because we did a reverse sear on these, they're already almost cooked all the way through, so it's not gonna take very long at all. This is more for appearances than anything else, and to get that like nice crust on the outside. We got a little more ghee. You could use oil, whatever you want. I would put it straight in there. Go ahead, yeah, drop it in there. And just kind of grease up the, here, I'm gonna use this, and just get it on the tops of our grill pan right there like that. Go ahead, slap them down.
Should put some more salt. I usually put more salt.
Oh yeah, yeah. On the other side, you could add some salt.
Okay.
Will you get that open, sir? For our rosti. I would just, yeah, just 2, 3 is fine. Don't try and do all 4 in there. Be too hard. And one thing we were doing was like pressing on them just a little bit to make sure they got good contact with that grill pan. There you go. Use those tongs, kind of push down. You don't want to push too much at the end because you're going to squeeze out all that juice that we worked on. But yeah, good contact all the way through. That's all. That's it. That's all you got to do. Probably 2 minutes per side. What'd you say?
About 2-3 minutes.
2 or 3, okay. And then if you want those good hash marks, turn them about 45 degrees after about 1.5 minutes. I go ahead and turn them. They're hot. They're looking good. Yeah.
I think they might be ready about flipping.
Yeah. Came right off, so yeah.
Yeah, flip them. Oh yeah, look at those, perfect. Good job, Johnny. Yeah. And then we're looking for an internal temp of 145 degrees for pork chops.
Want me to go grab the thermometer?
Yes, please.
Yeah, that'd be great. Come on over here, Grayson. Now we'll go ahead and turn the heat off. Those are done. If you do a reverse sear, you don't have to let your product rest as long because it's already kind of rested because we did it in the oven at such a low temp. Cut that in half, right down the middle. That's fine. One thing that's really good with the potato is some sour cream. We've got some Oaxacan sour cream or crema right here. All right, so yeah, here I would do like this, about right there, and then set the pork chop on that, and then put the salad right here. Put a good amount of sauce. Don't touch the salad. And I think we're good. You want to do the quenelles?
Sure.
You can do a quenelle.
Oh, we're doing that?
Yeah, do a quenelle of the sour cream right there. And then we'll set the pork chop. Go ahead and pull those off the heat, Johnny. They're done. Yeah, plate the other way. Come on. Go around. Go around to do it, Grayson. Yeah.
Coming back to you, Chef.
That's great, Mason. Beautiful. Go ahead and get those on the roasty.
Use this one.
There you go.
Right here?
Yeah. Just like that. And I was gonna say, like, you could even like turn it like that right there. All right. Let's salad next to that, and then sauce it, guys. Whoever, I don't care.
I'm doing this.
Put your salad on there. Go ahead, Macy. Put the salad on there.
Do we have?
He's got some tongs right there. You can use those. Try and get it nice and tall. Yeah.
Okay. Like that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Stack it up. Yeah. There we go. Just like that. Nice and tall. And then do the other one. Beautiful. Oh, look at our sauce. Look how thick it got as it cooled off. That's a really good one, Adrian. All right, quite a bit of sauce. Yeah, I'd do at least one more of those, if not two. Cut off some of those fennel fronds. We'll garnish the tops of the salads with the fennel frond.
I just
Set it up there. All right, guys, there's our plated entree. We've got the grilled pork chop, the potato roasty, and that warm Brussels salad with a maple peppercorn glacé. I hope you enjoyed it. We're about to dig in. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for gorging with Gooch.
This has been a production of the students and staff at Lubbock ISD-TV.